Yes, people, welcome back to a Rivals Lounge show. You know, Joe's not here today, but we have got Mr. VD live. You know, we got weekend football. We obviously spoke about it yesterday, but we're gonna turn up the conversation or twist it up a little touch. I might have said something that Mons doesn't like. Some people don't like. That was the end of the show yesterday. Oh, when I said, United ain't too far individual quality off of Liverpool, innit? That's what I said. Remember?
Oh, I just brushed it.
Yeah. And I'm gonna reignite it. Yeah. Oh my god! You know what? This is why you're family again. You're not adopted, by the way. Just let you know. So
no, I hear it.
Not anymore. Yeah, no, finally. You know what? I think that's the first time my own cousin has backed me on a point.
It's not an outrageous shout.
Yeah, this is another one of his. What about Chelsea? How far are they off Chelsea? They must be better than Chelsea then. Man United must be better individual quality than Chelsea then, no?
All day.
No, not better. Not better.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, considering our thing, if
they're no. If they're closer to Liverpool than you think, and it's not an outrageous shout, then they got better squad depth than not squad depth.
No, I never said they were. I never said they had it. It's just it's not far off.
No. We're keeping this conversation flowing now. You said that they're not far.
But our squad's individual quality is good though. It is good.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Individual quality.
No, it's not.
How is it not?
It's not that good. You got good. Your manager's doing well, but in terms of game changers, not a lot of them.
Oh, walk into
okay, cool. We don't have game changers. We still have individual quality. Is still Caicedo.
Yeah. So are Man United? Are you on the same level as Man United? Are you on the same level?
We're higher than Man United. Higher.
Really? Okay.
Yes. How aren't we?
You can go through it if you want.
So how's everyone doing?
Go for it.
I said, how's everyone doing?
I'm just going by your logic because I don't think I'm going by their logic.
We can go for it though. Like
no, but I'm going by your logic. I'm going by your logic.
I never said they were bad. I hear it in it. That's what.
Yeah, but if you hear it, then your club must be level with them when it comes to individual quality, right?
Oh, by the way, yeah, I agree. I think so, and I'll tell you why. Yeah, my centre back duos are better than yours. Yeah, the goalkeeper's up for question. Your fullbacks are better than mine. Your midfield's better than mine, bar one player, I'd say. And then what's it called? I think my whole strike force is better than yours. And if you want to call it João Pedro, then I'll have that debate, obviously. But I'll tell you, yeah, I think it's not far off. But in terms of balance,
bar one player,
Enzo Fernandez is not better than Bruno Fernandes. Let's get one thing straight. He's not even better than Kobe Mainu. So I'm not trying to hear that part. So that's just this is just my opinion. Whether you agree with it or not, that's up to you. Yeah, I'm not Enzo's biggest fan. So I don't know if anyone's noticed. But in terms of balance, Liverpool, from what I said yesterday, of course, because that's why I said individual quality. In terms of balance, you got much better balance. Liverpool's got much better balance. Everyone's got better. How about this? West Ham's probably got better balance than Man United. So that's that.
Hi guys.
That's that.
I do agree. Your balance is all over the place.
Yeah, I'm not. That's just me, though, isn't it? That's just my.
I do have good individual quality.
Balance. Balance.
VD man. Should have just stayed quiet, man.
No, it was balanced.
No, I ain't saying better.
I hear it.
I ain't saying they're better.
What's his name? It's
Michael. You don't need to, bro.
They have a lot of good individual quality.
Yeah, you got that from Bone Jack. I know you're talking about the guy that says.
As I said,
I'm mainly thinking about the front line. I'll be honest. Front line, Kobe Maino.
Anyways, look, regardless of all this conversation, what we're going to be talking, make sure you smash the likes, people. We're going to be talking, can Man United best Liverpool is a question. Are Arsenal too good at this moment of time? Spurs and Man City going under the radar. Should we be giving them a little bit more of a...
is that where we are now? Yeah. Are we with fucking Spurs?
Yeah, well, they're above you
now.
Bro,
Spurs are above us. Spurs are above us in fucking October every year.
But you can say that
Spurs are often top in December. Like, what are we doing?
You said yesterday you and LB.
Yeah. I don't mind it, but being put next to Spurs is. Oh.
But Spurs are doing really well so far.
Yeah, but they're Spurs.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean they're going to be in the same on the same wavelength. But are they being overlooked? No one's talking about them. No one's actually.
But I think. But are Spurs being overlooked? I don't think they are because it's.
I think so.
No, but when you say Spurs aren't being overlooked, it's because Spurs often start really well, but they're Spursy.
Oh yeah, but that doesn't defeat.
Do you know what? I slightly think they are being overlooked here just because of the attention that Arsenal and Liverpool are kind of getting. Like right now for Liverpool, apparently it's the end of the world, and apparently Arsenal think it's we've won the league already. So
yeah,
I'll be honest. I agree with the title.
Yeah. But let's start with Arsenal before Sava gets in here. Right now, and this is for you, Ozzy, because you're more balanced fan, right? And you're on Arteta's neck at the same time. Pause. If you want to say pause before you do. Did I say it correctly?
No.
By the way, I don't even like that whole bullshit anymore, but they're kind of funny. Are Arsenal too good at this moment of time, in your opinion?
Too good for what?
Yeah, I was just about to ask the same question.
Are you too good?
Too good for
pretty much when you go into any game right now, do you ever feel like you're gonna lose? Do you ever feel like you're
to be honest? To be honest, the only time I think we're gonna lose is before I see the squad selection. When I see the squad, then I can tell you what's gonna happen. So at the moment, Arsenal aren't the problem, but it's Mikel Arteta and his wonderful brain. He might decide to fucking field 2 goalkeepers. It's just one of those ones sometimes.
Yeah.
But
he's been getting it right recently, isn't he? So
that's why I'm not saying nothing. So if I don't want to jinx it, and he decides to fucking field Mikel Moreno as a right wing, that's my problem at the moment because he's fucking weird like that. But the way Mikel's been going at the moment, I mean, he tried the Odegaard Eze thing, and that was like finally. Unfortunately, Odegaard 6 weeks later. It seems that he's starting to utilize his squad at the moment with the squad that we have. Yeah, I'm okay with it. I think.
Are we not being over the top though? Is it not over
the top? How?
Arsenal have played how many games this season in the league? Is it 7 or 8? Right.
7. I think
you've lost 1 and you've drawn 1. Right. And we're now having conversations like, are Arsenal too good? Now, there's been times where there's been times where Liverpool would, or say, won 7 games on the bounce, not drawn 1, not lost 1. I don't remember having those conversations saying Liverpool are too good. I think
you know what it is?
Too good.
Liverpool didn't need validation.
Furthermore, correct me if I'm wrong. Arsenal aren't blowing teams away neither, right?
So it's what Arsenal are doing though. It's different because people are looking at Arsenal at the moment getting the W's, but also looking at their squad. So they're saying, look at their squad depth, and then they're getting the results, and old mate is still picking a weird squad. Imagine if he decides to actually utilize his squad properly, which he's starting to do. What can we expect? So I think it's a mixture of both.
This is the thing. I hear that, right? And I thinking Arsenal can win the league the last couple of weeks. I am starting to think, and I've said it the other day. Said, you know what? Something feels different this season, but I just don't remember with any other team that
your team, yeah.
No. I don't remember with any other team this, maybe City.
Yeah, City
or for Pete's season. But people would there are Arsenal fans are saying we've won the league. And it's a bit baffling to me because it is so. I'm not meaning you, bro. I'm not. I know I haven't. I definitely know you're not the type to do that. But there are people who do seem a bit this is really fucking early, you know, and this is the type of thing that I just mentioned it. I remember Tottenham being top in December, and we're still saying it's only December, right? But now it's fine for Arsenal to be going, we're going to win it because we're top in October. It just, I don't know.
I view it like this, yeah, and I don't know what you want here, but it's not from Arsenal fans. Actually, if anything, it comes more from rival fans. They've got the best squad. We got told them
it could be rival fans, you know. Squad. Yeah, it could be rival fans.
Their defense is actually quite impenetrable at this moment of time.
Because I haven't heard it too much from Arsenal fans.
If your defense is impenetrable at one point, bro, you're always within a chance. No, rivals.
That's the thing that keeps getting me.
And recently, when we talk about form and performances,
you've only heard from rivals that they have the best.
No, not just Arsenal lot, but it does also come from us. I see titles all over the gap. Content creators and online rivals. I think it comes from us too at this moment in time. It
comes from us because of them. Yeah, we're saying back to them what we've been told.
No, but I mean, I do get where Cass is coming from because
what are we doing here? That's also very true.
In the summer, I had elements of City's fan base were literally twerking for Liverpool, right? There were elements of City's fan base that were like, anything City did, go, we ain't going to keep up with Liverpool. Look at what they're doing. And So I do get what Cass is saying. I can't just say it's Arsenal fans. It probably is some rival fans as well.
It's Arsenal fans, but it's come from we're getting told Arsenal have them. We have the most balanced squad. We have the best squad. All right, cool. And you have the most balanced squad. Then let's talk about like they are telling us they have the most balanced squad, and we're repeating back to you, just like how Liverpool said we've got all this money, we're spending all this money. We're telling you, look, we're telling. Do you get it? We're telling you, look, Liverpool are big bad Liverpool. You know what I'm saying?
I never knew Nike was designer, bro. But anyway, we move.
Nice jacket though.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, this is Nike, but this is Nike.
Like, come on, man. Come on, Cass. Come on, bro.
Look, look, it's early now. It's early, but when you look at Arsenal's squad, you look at it and you say it's a serious squad. It's early to say anything about anyone winning the league now. Anyone, including Liverpool. It's too early. Anyone can. It's still up for grabs. But when you look at squads, you can make an assumption that yes, defensively they're solid, midfield solid, but you can say the same thing about Liverpool. Liverpool have got a good squad too. The problem is their fucking manager doesn't know his head from his ass right now. If he gets it right, we're really in trouble. But if he gets it right? On paper, you look at Liverpool, you say, fuck that shit. I don't want to face that. But I'll face it now because old mate doesn't know what he's doing. So Man United right now are going, you know what? I think we've got a chance at these Liverpool guys. Why? Because they don't know what the fuck they're doing down the wings. But eventually that could change. So it's one of those things. I mean, you look at the Liverpool squad, you look at the Arsenal squad, look at the City squad. That ain't no fucking joke. It ain't no walk in a park. The City squad. It ain't no walk in a park. It's
hopefully now, touch wood. I think. Do you know what? Have most of us made it through the international break with our play without any injuries?
Exactly.
I think most.
Caicedo got withdrawn. Reece James got withdrawn. They got a rest. It was just rest. That was all it was. That's right. Yeah.
But now, hopefully, I can get to see our squad a bit more now. Like obviously, Marmoush is back, Cherky back, Aït-Nouri back, Kovacic back.
Aït-Nouri.
He's a good option. Let's not pretend just because he had one bad game. And he's not.
I'm not sold on him, Bo. I'm with you. For me, I did my play rating so far, and I think I put him like
he's not
4 or 5. Bo, I'm not having him at the moment.
As Kirk, isn't it?
He's not crap. Riding over him, but going forward, like I look at the Everton game as an example and go, yeah, do you know what? Maybe that's not a bad game to give Aït-Nouri a run out. But I know that Villa away, I'm playing Nico O'Reilly 100%.
Yeah. This is where it comes to like the whole question is not even a question, but Man City and Spurs are both being overlooked for what they're doing. Whether it's Spurs' defensive record right now, how good that's
City especially.
City's defense, no one talks about. So all right, cool. Since Vardio and Diaz have been a partnership, if you can go look at the stats, even when they were starting before at the back end of last season, go look at how many goals they've conceded in the Premier League, or even if you wanted to do Champions League recently. But if you go look at that and go look how many goals they've conceded, you'd all be surprised, right? Even when Kuznov starts, he's barely dropped points since when he started.
Kuznov hasn't conceded a goal in open play since March.
Which is overlooked. And now you City, obviously, Haaland's an anomaly.
Mad, isn't it?
The only thing I'd say is City at the moment
that's why context is that's important as well.
Yeah. When you look at
we don't do context. When you go and watch Cass's video once.
Wait, which one?
The one about YouTube.
Oh, the one about YouTube. Yeah. Cheers. Other than Haaland, I'd say the only thing that's I'd say City's my only criticism is probably just more variety of goal scorer. But you've got Marmoush and Cherky back, which is huge. You look at Spurs, right? Soon Kulusevski's back, got structure again, going from conceding bare goals to no one, and they're sitting third. I'm not saying that it's going to stay like that forever, but they've got a tough game against Villa on a weekend, which you could pretty much say is just going to be tough. But
where is it?
Is that Spurs?
Spurs usually beat Villa. Spurs usually beat Villa. No?
The thing about like Man City getting this is the first time in years where they've not had the spotlight on them. The spotlight is all on Liverpool. The spotlight is all on Arsenal. So City are just allowed to do their own thing. No one's hounding Pep, saying, is he finished and stuff like that. They're just going under the radar. And you got Doku firing. Foden's looking like he's playing a bit of better football now after that year out. It's a shame Rodri's out because last game before he got injured, he was flowing.
Someone said bro, I can't lie. That's the thing that's the Rodri the Rodri, Foden, Reinders midfield has started to every game. You're starting to see him be able to move the ball about better. Obviously,
bro, I was watching it. Like Rodri, he was in DM, then he was left centre back, he was in the middle, he was higher up the pitch. This guy was everywhere, just popping the ball about. To lose that,
he might be back.
He might be back. But for me, I don't think we need to rush him back for Everton at home. But I'll be
real. I hope it's nothing serious, man. Like we always say, football fan before your club's fan. Watching Rodri is a delight. It is a delight.
Oh, fuck that. Let him stay injured for a little bit longer, man. If it means they lose,
I ain't shameless like that.
I am. I'm not shameless. I'm just being honest. I'm just being. I'm not saying break your fucking metatarsal or something like that. I'm just saying just stay out for a couple of games longer. But nothing will work.
Pulled that one out of the bag.
Look, it's just one of those ones where you watch two rivals go at it and say, "Look, I'm just looking for just maximum injuries and shit. I don't care who wins." Let's just be honest. I just want to see guys miss a game or two. Just a game or two. That's all. Just a game or two.
Now, I'm more interested to see how Nico Gonzalez plays more time. Ooh. This is meant to be one of the future. He's like what 20? How old? He's young, isn't he? He's quite young.
Who?
Nico? No.
Which Nico?
Gonzalez.
Yeah, I think he's 20.
Yeah, I want to see what he's about. You know, they bought him in the January.
I can't lie. Games. The last two games that Rodri's played, come on for. Nico's looked better than Rodri. I can't lie to you. He has. For me, Rodri has looked a little bit tired, but it's just with Rodri, you can see the class and you can see
the intelligence.
Different level of player in Rodri. You know, come on.
The fitness.
You can see the intelligence.
Can he get back to full fitness or not? Like that's the thing. And how will he get back to full fitness before Christmas? I very much doubt it. Very, very much doubt it. So not with these setbacks he keeps having.
You think there's going to be a Kante 22-23 or a Kante end of season? Last few seasons, where he just comes back for a little stint and he's gone.
I'll keep saying this: all of our players will have an eye, or all of our players that are qualifying for the World Cup will have an eye on that World Cup, and no one wanting to miss the World Cup. So as Rodri is an example, Rodri is going to be very careful with his recovery because this will be his last World Cup. Probably, right? So
you want all the best players at the World Cup. No one's trying to watch the Calvin Phillips because 15 different English players have been injured in that position.
Yeah, and there's going to be.
Imagine all of our DMs and we have to watch Calvin Phillips. So no Anderson, no Wharton, no Rice, and we have to
Come on down. How are you, Sava?
Just simulate.
Yeah, I'm good. You all right?
Yeah, doing all right, man. You had a nice stream.
What?
It's all right. Yeah. I got told off because I mentioned Arsenal in my stream. I got told off.
Oh, I thought you said I had a nice dream.
Oh, how dare you?
That is crazy. Well, did you have a nice stream?
Did you have a nice dream?
Since you mentioned it.
Did you say stream or dream?
I thought he said dream.
Stream.
I thought he said dream too.
To be polite, have you had any nice dreams recently or?
None that I can talk about live on YouTube.
Fucking hell, I wasn't going down that route, you filthy bastard.
Oh, God. But yeah, I saw your title. So Spurs Sporting Directors, new ones.
Yeah, well, kind of new. Not really. It's Lang has been promoted from technical director to sporting director. And Paratici's back, even though he's been working with us as a consultant. So I feel like what's really happened is they've just taken what's been happening for the last 6 months or so and actually just now put a label on it. And yeah, it's international week, so it becomes a bigger talking point than it probably would be if there was some games of football going on or a transfer week. So,
Chills, you are so Liverpool. I can't lie. I'm back in Netherlands to win the World Cup.
I'm not.
No, I'm not from what I'm seeing.
When you want Memphis to Pirate fan, I doubt it. Even though he's their top goal scorer, I'm not trying to. I'm not
bro, he's been firing in his past, however many games, or for Netherlands. Bro, this guy hasn't stopped.
Where he's playing though, could that help him maybe because he'll be very acclimatized? Maybe.
Norway to win the World Cup.
To play over in Brazil or something, isn't it?
I thought he was.
Yeah, he's in Brazil. He's like for
some of the World Cups in Mexico in that, isn't it?
I'll tell you who won't be winning the World Cup, guys, is Sweden. That is the country who won't be winning the World Cup.
Yeah.
Apparently, they have a wild card to get through.
How?
Maybe. I don't know. Someone said to mention something.
What, for having pen girls or something?
I don't know. Someone mentioned it yesterday. I was confused. I was like, what? Is there a way to get
you get a wild card, they rate the birds from your country and give you a wild card.
Like
you lot go
something like that. How are you feeling about Spurs, Sava? Because I mentioned in the title, for me is, and I think majority would agree that Spurs are being overlooked at the moment. You are sitting on 13 points. You do have Villa, who you usually be at the Spurs ground, coming up. You know, it's another, as you could say, it's another kind of like test for Thomas Frank to get over.
Well, you've docked us a point there. We're on 14 points.
Yeah, I was going to say 14 points.
14 points. Sorry, I thought he was on 13.
Yeah, 14, man.
Yeah, no, look.
Oh, sorry. Oh, didn't realise it was that bad.
No, look, everything's going fine. Listen, you know me. I'm not one of these who gets carried away. So I think we're doing well. I think he's done better than a lot of people thought he would do. He's had injuries and just got on with it. We don't concede many goals. We're scoring quite a few. We've got players to come back. And one thing, he's got to sort out the home form. We've been terrible at home now for about 18 months. I think we've won like 3 of 17 at home. So he's really got to sort that out. And Villa's a big test because Villa are, I mean, they had a really bad start to the season, but they're now like 7 unbeaten, right? And 4 wins in a row. So it's a big test for us. But I don't know what people are expecting. I don't expect Spurs to just win every game, right? We've got 4 games in 11 coming up, which I think is Villa, Monaco, Chelsea, Newcastle. Like we got some tough games. So I'm fairly comfortable with everything that's going on at the moment. Love Thomas Frank. I think he's a great coach, good manager. Everything's calm at Spurs. But you know what football's like. You're only ever one loss away from the fan base being in an absolute meltdown. As oh my God, we're not winning every week. So I'm comfortable, man. I'm comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, who says it's too early? If it's too early, then why do we make predictions? Why do we say after every other game week? Like, I think Spurs are going to get, for instance, Spurs are going to get top 4. Oh, I can see Arsenal winning the league. I can see this or that. Relevant questions, no once.
No,
it's the truth. It's the truth. This is what we all do. Oh, it's too early. It's only too early when it suits someone's agenda, when it's about their club. But when they hear about another club, it's like, oh yeah, I can see them getting relegated. Why? No, it's too early, no?
Yeah, but
I think it just depends on the context. Like, if it will be too early for Spurs because they're not someone who they're not known for going all the way in anything. Oh, that's what it is. That's not even that's what it's not known for going all the way. If someone like City had a bad start, you'd say, oh, it's early because Man City they're winning Premier Leagues. So that's not a diss on Spurs, and it's not, that's not a diss on anyone. I'm just saying that you're allowed to think that, and especially when Ange came and had the best man of the bounce we've ever seen, or one of the best we've ever seen.
Remember that.
I think it's okay for some fans to say it's early because.
But earlier, I think months, isn't it? It's early against what? So I think if everything goes to plan and we don't have injuries and we buy well in January, we could be 5th. However, I do feel like if we have a lot of injuries and it's a lot of games throughout the season, we could be 7th or 8th. So I've put us as 6th. And I just think that throughout the season, you're going to see us go from here to there to there to there.
You got to find it will be a mixed bag. But don't get me wrong. Just because it's early, like what Cass said, just because it's early, it doesn't mean those shouts cannot be made, though. It's not outlandish because we saw Nottingham Forest, who are nowhere near the size of Spurs, you know, nearly make the Champions League. You know what I'm saying?
Where would you have Spurs, Monts? Where would everyone on this panel roughly have Spurs at the end of the season? Roughly?
5th.
I had
4th or 5th.
With Thomas Frank. What did I say, Monts?
I said 5th because for me, Chelsea and Spurs.
I think I had them 6th.
I think Chelsea might pip them just because of Chelsea's quality. I think Chelsea will probably pip them, but
depth in squad.
Depth in Chelsea have a better squad than you guys, but realistically, a man like I think it's fine details. Your manager, what he's doing with what's at his disposal, is what has a lot of value. It has a lot of value.
With no real striker, you know.
That's why I think injuries come into it. Chelsea could finish below you if the injuries just keep piling up for them. But if Chelsea get their players fit again, Chelsea will probably Chelsea get that 4th spot in my opinion. But Spurs,
this is the beauty of age, right? We see our team over the years, and we've all seen our team have great starts to a season and fall away, or really bad starts to a season and come back. That's why I never. You listen. If we beat Villa, we could end the weekend top. Could, right? Doesn't mean I'm going to suddenly change my mind on. Oh my god, I think Spurs will win the league. But equally, if we lose to Villa, I'm not going to suddenly go. Oh my god, we're shit. The manager's got to go, and we're going to finish bottom half. So. It's a long season. We've got so many games coming up with not a big squad. So this is going to be how quick can we get players back like Kulu, like Dragoshin? Yeah. How quick can we get them back versus
imperative. So important. It's mad important.
Yeah. So I saw what his Spurs though in context as well with Ange last year. He did lose both his centre backs pretty much at the same time, if you remember. And he lost quite a few. Not last year, sorry, the season before. But the difference with Ange and Frank's obviously structuring it from the back. So it's going to be a lot harder to break down. So they'll probably maintain the position more than what Ange would, because he's relying on Brennan Johnson to get him a goal or 5, which he did, to be fair.
He's a coach, Kaz. He's a coach, right? Thomas Frank's going to go, right, first and foremost, how am I going to make it difficult for us to lose this game? Right? And look, I know everyone wants free-flowing, lovely football, but that has to come at a later date. We've gone from a team that lost 22 games last season. It's going to take a while to make us. I'll tell you what. Somebody summed up on my channel yesterday or the day before. They said, more than anything, I just want to stop being the banter. I want to stop being the banter amongst all other fans of Spurs have lost again this week. Spurs have lost again. Spurs, they want to stop that. They want us to be back to where we were more with the Poch days, where, yes, the banter of not winning anything, but we were a good team and teams didn't really want to play us. We were a tough team to play against. So that's where I want to get back to. But, mate, listen, if we finish top, I think if he finishes top 4 with this squad, the man deserves a medal. I truly believe that.
You need to go into January. Yeah, Spurs need to go into January and really have a little look in the market, see what's available.
Need a striker or even a proper left wing. Not even
a left winger and a striker.
So Conor Barney, he's gonna have a dead leg until January. I hear it. Do you know what I mean? I thought that was gonna be a good loan for him.
2 seconds.
I don't know what happened there. I thought he was gonna be a good signing for them for a loan. Do you know what I mean? He wasn't wanted anywhere, but he had a good stint at Juventus, and I thought, this could be someone that I would like to think that Frank could like, a little bit like a Kevin Shard kind of figure off the left. No, he hasn't.
I was about to say, I don't remember him playing once. I don't know. It's a shame. It's the Frankfurt striker curse.
Are we talking about Mawani?
Yeah, it's the Frankfurt striker curse, man. Once they leave that Jovic, Haller, my man forgot his name already, Kolo Mawani. It was Ekatike and Thingy were at, and Marmish at Frankfurt, innit? Yeah. Those are the only 2 that actually got away. Jovic was supposed to be the next big thing, man.
Well, he played a behind the closed doors friendly last week that Spurs organised, which I think was purely for him against Watford. So he played 45 minutes there, and I'm not sure if he's played another one this week. I'd expect him on the bench this week, and then I don't know. Soon you get to the point where it's like, wow, he's been here 4 months and not really done it, not played any football. So frustrating, but this is what happens when you buy a player or loan a player on the last day of the window who's had no pre-season. It's
panic buy. Well, panic loan.
People make sure you keep smashing the likes if you haven't done so yet. There's still transfer news still going about, right? And recently, I've seen Liverpool and Schlotterbeck being the actual.
Anderson started yesterday.
Yeah, I see Wolfie's video pop up. Apparently, Chelsea and Man City want Anderson. Man United want Anderson. We all want Wharton. It's like flipping out, would you? Everyone's all gung ho for a lot of these players. I don't see Chelsea's name in this, which is kind of because you lot obviously have FOMO with any player that anyone gets into.
Any single time there's a link to Chelsea signing the centre back, it gets shut down by Matt Law or whoever it might be. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know what we did.
For the centre back, then link you with the winger.
Every single time, man, is we're linked with Gurhi. Nah, he's not going. We're linked with whoever. Nah, they're not going to sign a centre back. Why? Like, why? It's depressing.
They're even saying that Gahey's not even going to be coming in January, so that's why they're looking at Schlotterbeck instead.
I did see something about Gurhi saying like every team is a clean slate. Like you don't care about what happened in the past or how advanced things were with Liverpool. Yeah, apparently it was. I think it was a good source as well that said it. That said it's a fresh slate for Gurhi. He's not thinking about anything that was nearly done in the past. He's thinking about it's better for him.
The main thing for Gahey, I think, would probably be the fact that if he waits till the summer, then he's getting the signing on fee, isn't he? He's getting a big boy signing on fee.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going as a he's going as a free agent. And then there's the other thing that if Palace are still in Europe, then I think he probably would want to stay there and see how far he can go with Crystal Palace. I don't know. If you know, bro, look, if you know, that you've got a big payday coming in 5 months' time, and you know it's guaranteed, and you're at a club that you got into Europe that maybe some might say shouldn't be in Europe, but you've got them in Europe, and you've got a chance to see how far you can go with them. I think you would give it a go.
It just depends, innit? It depends on how things are at the end of the season.
If you didn't have that golden pot at the end of the season, I hear it. But if you know it's there, then you'd wait. I'd wait personally
for quite a few million. Yeah,
for quite a few, you're getting quite a few million in your back pocket.
That makes a lot of sense. But I can see why Liverpool do want to go for Schlotterbeck now. I think they wanted him before. He got injured. He got an injury, and then they stopped looking at him. But he's meant to be the long-term replacement for Van Dijk.
Do you know what? That's a really good point that he's made there.
Where's that?
The transfer window. Me and LB were looking the other day. The transfer window closes. And the World Cup starts about 2 days later, right?
Okay.
So, Gahey as an example, Gahey might ride it out, go to the World Cup as a free agent,
Yeah.
And his fee will go up playing in a World Cup for England. The further England get, the more
he typically plays good for England as well. In the Euros, he was one of the top players. And I mean, last game he got 2 assists, no? Like as a centre back.
Chilling. He could stay a free agent till August.
Yeah, but
he's going to get.
I like. Don't get me wrong. Liverpool are going to maybe have to look at 2 centre backs at some point. I feel like Van Dijk's one of them players that can keep playing until he's about 40, like Thiago Silva. Same thing, and he won't lose too much. I think he's himself in tip-top condition.
His play style was to jockey back anyway.
If Konate was to leave, I mean, look, Van Dijk plays on the left-hand side. So you look at Schlotterbeck, he's left-footed. He can play left back or left centre back, right? And if Slot is to still be around, funny Slot, Schlotterbeck, crazy. Anyways. But you look at that, and I feel like he's the signing for me that Slot needs. Gahey's another signing that they would obviously require and could be their future partnership as well. If anyone doesn't know who Schlotterbeck, he plays for Dortmund. He's playing there for quite a while. He's
silky,
lanky, silky, and he's fast. Pretty much like Van der Ven, you could say. Pretty much the same kind of mold, but Van der Ven is way faster than him.
I kind of agree with Marcus on this. I don't know if I don't know if Van Dijk is Thiago Silva's IQ.
No way. No way. Thiago Silva, bro, that guy he has the best IQ I've ever seen at my club, at least.
And that was the beauty why he could play on. Well, why he's still playing on so long, because his positioning, natural positioning, is always right. He doesn't need to worry about. Van Dijk is a bit more, I guess.
I have to
Silva was 2 steps ahead every single time. It was like incredible to watch.
But
I had like not PTSD, but I had itches watching my centre back play.
Did you not watch him in the Club World Cup? Did you not watch him in the Club World Cup? Bro, this summer, still the same. His IQ.
He reads the game different. He reads the game so
different. Well, I've got another thing to say about that. To say his IQ is better than John Terry's is.
It was
no, because John Terry all he ever relied on was his IQ. That's all, because he had no pace forever. Thiago Silva used to have pace in a back 4. Even when John Terry, John Terry's been slow for all his life. Yeah, he's never been fast. Yeah, Vidic and all that. So they have to rely on their brain to move faster than what their legs can. So to say that what is IQ in centre back defended? If I remember correctly, Thiago Silva, for the IQ that he had, to be fair, he was a lot older, so I'll give him credit for this year. But he was getting slaughtered in a back 4, so that's why you moved to a back 5. Right, to cover them deficiencies. When you're playing in a back 5 and whatnot, of course, you can maneuver a little bit easier as a defender. I'm not saying he's rubbish or whatever. But to make the claim for me personally to say Thiago Silva's IQ is better than someone who had to rely on it this whole time in the Prem,
trust me,
pretty much.
Trust me,
I don't think you can make that. I think he's an elite baller, by the way. 100 million%. Well, you can't tell me otherwise. But I wouldn't say like let's not act like Chelsea was his best stint ever, because you Chelsea fans act like that's his best stint. It never was.
No, it weren't. Obviously, I think even AC Milan he was better than he was at PSG. Like that's why I think his prime was at AC Milan. But even so, his IQ, I still think, obviously, it's not a downplay to anyone else. I just think it's the best I've seen. The best I've seen, because the way he read the game was...
Yeah, I know what you mean. The
AC Milan Thiago Silva was immense.
In a high line.
It was immense. It was immense. Yeah, I wonder how that IQ was when he lost.
Is anyone surprised though? Like when you think that Liverpool went and splashed the best part of 200 million on 2 centre forwards and didn't address the centre back area?
That sounds like a club I know.
Oh, but who at Liverpool needs to sit down and go, hang on, how did we get to this? Like, I get it. You've got Ekatike, and I know you want Isak, but surely you go, right, Isak's a nice to have. Let's go and get whatever we do. We've got 40 million for Isak. Let's go and get the centre back sorted.
Yeah, facts.
That for me is really negligent.
I was saying it all summer, and I just kept getting told by Liverpool fans. I just kept getting told, "Don't worry, we're getting Gahey. Don't worry, we're getting." And it was like, okay, but when you leave things to the last minute, things go wrong. And now, and we hear the Leone thing. I get it. You've got Leone, but for me, to challenge the way Liverpool want to challenge, which we would expect in every competition, for me, you need 5 centre backs, right?
About that,
yeah. So they've got. Correct me if I'm wrong. They've got 4.
Yeah, now they got 3 for
now.
Yeah,
no, they've got 4, but Leone's injured, so that's 3. But that for me, that always should have been getting 2. They never should have been. Never should.
You know what it was? I think maybe the way they built it, they thought, all right, Kirkes is a decent defender, good attacker, like he's a good fullback. Should be able to offer more than Robertson. Trent, who got slaughtered for his defending, they probably thought Conor Bradley was more balanced, so that should help. Yeah. And then you probably look at even the likes of Konate and Van Dijk and Alisson. That Konate was, for me, Konate last season was wicked, and Van Dijk. I didn't think they expected too much of chances to get, like they were conceding chances, don't get me wrong, but it was more of a thing where they just needed more depth, in my opinion. I don't think they anticipated properly for this, for them to be as open through the middle. I don't think it's really their defense. If you look at Liverpool, I think it's the middle of the park at the moment. They can't get that right. And there's so much space in behind where Gravenberch used to be that now that it don't matter what defenders you have got, you're going to concede chances if you're allowing one of them nifty like Kluiverts or something like that to be in the middle that little bit and just to make damage. I think really and truly, I don't even think it's a defensive like transfer for them. It's the way they press, and it's the way they attack. Well, it's the way it's not set up now, and I just think it's kind of hindering them a lot more because they don't have natural runners to like alleviate a lot of pressure. When you lose Diaz and Nunes,
Salah and Isaac,
Salah's not running it behind as much. You can't pick him out. Gakpo's not balanced behind. Luis Diaz and Nunes and Szoboszlai, when he was in the 10, used to do a lot of that selfish.
The more you say, the more you, if what you just said there, then you think about City this season, but City last season, right? Our press up top got shit.
Yeah.
We no longer had legs in midfield.
Yeah.
We were easy to get out down the side. Walker left.
Yeah, Walker, left, And you had like Rico Lewis in there.
The balance is all over the place. All over the place. You can't expect Isaac and Salah to be pressing. That's 2 men you just got to kind of like negate now.
Whoever that first team assistant is, the new assistant needs to get sacked.
It's Szoboszlai having to be everywhere at the moment. That's literally what it is.
I think that's the issue.
When it was Chelsea versus Liverpool, Szoboszlai was actually the player that I was worried about doing something. It weren't Wirtz, it weren't Salah, it weren't none of them, man. It was Szoboszlai. I don't know why, because he's the man that will run you down. You'll make things uncomfortable. You need those sorts of, everybody talks. They call them road runners nowadays. Road runners. That's what they're called now. You get slandered for having legs. But he's the one that he's the glue in it. Like he's kind of like the glue. He's an enabler. You need a catalyst in your team.
I don't think it's all on Slot though. I think you can blame sometimes that some of the players are just not playing good enough. Like McAllister, like get on your feet and get going again. You need to get fit. Like I think they're just waiting. I think they're just playing a little bit of catch up with themselves. as well. Doesn't anyone disagree? Sometimes Slot might put something together, but really and truly, some of these players are just not playing to the standard that we all thought they were going to do it.
Dude, the system itself, but doesn't help you, Kaz. Like, if you look at Liverpool, you look at Salah, right? Last season, who he was and who he is now. You can't just like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. If you really watch him, he's got no trend, no overlapping run, no support, no one else to like sort of overshadow him.
Frimpong was supposed to be, and even Connor
exactly,
Bradley. Connor Bradley was supposed to be someone that could get up as well.
But he doesn't even have a midfield partner anymore. So he's lost his wing back. Right, and then his midfielder, when he gets the ball, his midfielder offers 5 minutes late. So when he finally gets, I'm starting to offer, he's already got 2 defenders on him. He loses the ball, Salah shit. But that's the same on the other wing. So we could say, okay, Salah's gone to shit. Cool, that's one player. But now the left wing's gone to shit too. That's 2 players. So both wingers are rubbish. Come on, the midfield is disjointed. And honestly, for Van Dijk, in my opinion, Van Dijk has never been given a proper centre back partner. Ever.
I think Joe Gomez was at one point, but he just kept getting injured. Do you remember that? Do you remember when they had that partnership together? Does anyone remember when Joe Gomez got that injury?
It was solid.
It was very solid. It was like, remember back in the day, Koscielny and Mertesacker, and I think Koscielny got injured and it went to shit. Do you remember?
Shit, right? Yeah, it went.
It went
absolute shit.
Decent,
I honestly thought that when Ake was sort of available, that Ake would have been perfect for fucking Liverpool.
Quite liked Matip.
Him and fucking VVD would have been perfect, but that, obviously he went on, done his thing at City. But look, I think when it comes to Liverpool, it is a massive system thing. I know it's like, the players are a bit off. The players aren't being used like in their rightful positions. Really, you got wingers that are getting the ball with. Look, watch them play.
Why is the chat going mad about that? Why is the chat going mad?
I'm talking about Liverpool and your wingers, and how pretty much when the ball goes out in the wing, they're on their own, literally on their own. It's either, and I watch Ekitike have to go out to the wing, grab the ball, and drag it in himself with no support. I've seen that too. So
yeah,
it's
I'm talking about Matip
because you said never had a proper centre back pairing for Van Dijk, and then
I think Gomez would be the only one. I think Van Dijk has been every centre back.
Where he was good.
No, I think every centre back.
Consistent partner, I'd say. Like sometimes there was that one season where Matip was just fully free and injury free. Do you remember, Mons? Like it was that. I think actually was that when you won the double. You nearly done the 2022 season, was it?
That was.
That was his
calling that a doubles cheeky.
No, but it was that was his injury free season. But yeah, you're right. Van Dijk's never really had a consistent partner.
He's carried every centre back. He's carried every centre back partner. He has carried them, and that's why when people say Van Dijk,
he's been the best centre back.
No, but he's been the best centre back because he's been forced to be the best centre back, and he's made other centre backs look fucking good. And that's a fact.
No, I don't. He makes centre backs look better, but that's more of a compliment.
Yeah, because they fuck up and he covers them.
To the other centre backs. Virgil van Dijk, when he was, I'd say the second he joined Liverpool, immediately made everyone look better. I can understand that. But Virgil van Dijk has also been protected by other centre backs. Joe Gomez at one point when he was fit, when he was young.
That was a good partnership. Yeah, that was probably a really good partnership. That one there. But that was it for me. After that,
Konate has had times, and I know coming from me, Konate has had periods where he's been better than Van Dijk for a period of time, and he's done the dirty work for Van Dijk. Yes, now if we're talking about consistency and for how long, of course. But when you say Van Dijk has been forced to be the best centre back at Liverpool, he's been the best centre back in the world for like 7 years. So
yeah, you're right.
No matter who he signed, he's better than them. There's no one on earth better than Van Dijk.
Is one of the greatest.
There's no one on earth better than Van Dijk for a long time. Maybe for individual years, maybe you'll say Gabriel 2 years ago was better than Saliba 2 years ago, or maybe Gabriel 1 year. There are years where other centre backs you might put them above him for that individual year. But it's very. Yeah, but it's not a lot of centre backs.
You put a Saliba next to a Van Dijk, and now forget about it. Literally forget about it.
Oh yeah, can I mention one thing? By the way,
what do you mean? I'm confused. Hold on.
Go on.
I'm saying if you're gonna give Van Dijk a partner, you need to give him a partner, maybe not on his level, but close. And I think every single partner that he's had has always been here.
But in terms of if you're using the Van Dijk that was in 2018 to 2020, that's the Van Dijk.
No, I'm using dude, I can use that.
There was no one in 2018-19. There was no one near.
Van Dijk has not come down. Don't tell me Van Dijk has changed that much. He's the same fucking Van Dijk. This guy ages well. Relax yourself.
Yeah, he does age well, but
you could have gone and got Eric Dyer. don't know why you didn't get Eric Dyer to play with.
Yeah,
Van Dijk. That was.
I'll say this
with the money they got. Yeah, 75 million sold.
Rudiger was quite close, but he was never Van Dijk level, man.
To say Van Dijk has never had a
but there was like a few months.
Let me hear what one.
There was a few months where Rudiger was.
Go on.
That's a good shout.
I'm saying to say that Van Dijk has not had a. I don't know whether it's saying he's had a good partner or he's had a consistent partner. I don't really know what the argument is. Consistent partner. Again, it depends on how long we're talking consistent. Because all three defenders that we've spoken about have had their injury problems. It wasn't a quality thing with Gomez when he was playing at the start. It's never been a quality thing with Joe Matip. And Konate, I think, is actually quite inconsistent at times, but at his best, still very good. So it's one of them ones. If we're saying this consistency, I think fitness is the context rather than the quality of the defender.
So you're saying Konate is good enough to stand next to Virgil van Dijk as a centre-back partner?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he is. But he is because he's
at the top
shown
of his
that.
game.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. But Konate for me is the most inconsistent. Like for me, Konate is not as good as Matip. I say that.
Nowhere near. You know what? Nowhere near. You know what? You get to appreciate players a little bit. You know what? Can we also remind each other? Can we also remind?
And by the way, Matip made his mistakes as well. I'm not gonna lie. Matip was a flawless defender because he wasn't a flawless defender. He was a good partner for Van Dijk. Konate is probably on balance, a more balanced partner for Van Dijk because he's more of an aggressor than Matip was.
I think Gomez was his best partner.
Matip was his best one.
You know what?
Gomez is a shout though. That's an argument. Like Gomez before the knee injury.
You know when you say Can we remind each other? I didn't. Van Dijk's 34 years of age.
Yeah, but he's doing well, man. He's like, this guy's gonna be like the next Maldini.
I think the way he defends as well, it will do him justice. Like we're not seeing
or defended.
Yeah, like he jockeys off a lot. You know, he's so wide, bro. Like he's just massive. Like it's hard to just. I can't say a person is wide.
He reads the game.
Yeah,
like he's a big defender, bro. Like
he's not just get around. It's the way his legs long. It seems like it's a slight on all the partners, when really it's more of a compliment to Van Dijk than a diss on the other players he's played with personally. Because there's been many a big game. There's been many a big game where Konate had to step up in spite of Van Dijk, where Matip had to step up in spite of Van Dijk, where Gomez had to step up in spite of Van Dijk. Even though Van Dijk is the constant, he is the constant. I'm agreeing with that.
Yeah,
100%. He's the constant, and he makes them better as well. I agree with that. One thing about a great centre back.
That's partnership though. But that's how partnerships work.
Yeah,
Dwight and York. York and Cole and stuff like. Everyone's got a
centre back, especially really. I think it's really important.
Rio and Vidic.
It's so important with centre back.
Terry Carvalho doesn't work as well if you don't have Carvalho. So
Stones.
Isn't half the problem in this day and age though that again
Gabriel now.
We talk about quality centre backs like the same way I look at centre backs the same way I look at centre forwards. I just don't think the depth of quality in world football is there. There's a few, but are there any that you can like? I mean, really good players. Not I quite like this player. Like we're talking about Van Dijk. Who do you go on?
From when, Sava? From when are we talking?
I think the last 4 or 5 years. I think it's been going like this. Who are the world's best centre backs right now?
No. Right now, I understand. You look at Van Dijk, you look at Gabriel, you look at Saliba, you look at Marquinhos.
That's the only
people don't like the name Marquinhos for some reason. That one confuses me. Pacho is obviously pretty much Pacho of recent. Do you know what I'm saying?
But you're struggling when you start saying.
The point is, you see what I mean? Like we've named between 5
and 7, and Dean Housen as their starter. But
in years gone by, you had centre backs, top centre backs everywhere, all across Italy, across Spain, across the Premier League. Now you're looking at it, going, there aren't many top centre halves. Well. And if there were, you look in the summer, the top centre halves that moved, 2 of the top centre halves that moved were both from Bournemouth, right?
I know you said
that's why I was asking you when. That's what I was about you when. Like what?
The difficulty I think that lots of football clubs now is, and this is exactly the same with the centre forward market, is people are paying for the potential. So when lots of strikers are going and we're going, oh my God, that guy's only scored 15 in his best season, but he's gone for 80 million.
Yeah,
because there aren't the top level ones there. So you're paying for potential. Centre backs is exactly the same. Who's
but
there?
I don't know.
Because centre-backs are being asked to do different things now. Centre-backs are being asked to play football.
Bro, with centre-backs, it's different, innit? I feel like you need to play besides someone that complements you. Like, look at Gabriel before Saliba came in. Gabriel before Saliba came in was looking like a bit of a dud. Then he came in with someone that complimented him, Saliba, and Saliba weren't even like no world beater back then. He'd just gone on loan to Marseille or something, no? He then came back, and he came from Saint Etienne. I think he got loaned to Marseille.
But then it was
when they played together, they just complement each other. I think it's the same. Like even let's say for example, I think if you gave one of these one centre back, maybe if you gave like I don't want to make it about thing, but let's say you give Levi Colwill or something, and Nathan Collins, someone that ain't even seen as a world beater. I think you see that as like a proper like solid duo. Because it's someone that you just got someone more solid next to you, they'll complement each other a bit.
That's why I like Euro and De Ligt personally. I know people might laugh at De Ligt nowadays or whatever, but I think he's been good this season and Euro, to be fair. But I just think that's a good duo partnership.
Centre-back
The issue is let's just label it. Centre-backs these days are pussies. It's as simple as that. They got no strength. They're not good in the air, right? All they know. The issue is with football these days that they used to do the.
I think the game has changed. They're a product of changing.
It's too strong.
That's remember, you can do something and get a red card now that you'd probably not even get a yellow card then. So that's a product of what we're seeing in the way the game.
But how many defenders now are actually being, when they're being judged at the end of games? How many of them are being judged on their defensive duties? Nowadays, what we're saying is, this player, he was brilliant. We do it at Spurs. Oh my God, Romero's passing out from the back. Cool.
Same for goalkeepers, isn't it? Same for goalkeepers.
Yeah, that's because the game's changed. That's because the game's changed.
It's literally hang on. The game has changed, Mons, but it still hasn't changed that you have to defend. It doesn't matter as much as we talk about the game's changed and we want centre backs that can bring the ball out. Let's be fair. You need centre backs that can defend first and foremost.
Yeah, facts.
I don't think there's many
100%
centre halves in the world that do that.
But
it's because it's the
way the centre backs are actually trying to defend now changes because of the game. So where we were talking about strong defenders, throw your body and blah, 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 the game has changed. So these defenders are going to look weak because if they start looking strong, there's a card. You get what I mean?
No. You're confusing with good defending with aggression. They're two very different things.
Defenders have to be aggressive.
But the reason why Virgil van Dijk's been the best defender in the world for a number of years now is because he is a superb Rolls Royce of a defender. First and foremost, he's quick, he's strong, positioning's good, right? He likes the one-on-one tussle. The fact he can bring the ball out, that's brilliant to have, but that's not, for me, what makes him one of the best defenders in the world in the last 5-6 years. He's levels above. Saliba's a really good defender because he's a really good defender. Yes, he can do all the nice stuff, but he can defend. Too many defenders now are talking about he's quick or he's good on the ball. Yeah, but can he defend? Is his first objective defending? And there's not many like
that. I said something like this the other day, right? That when you're talking about a player as a footballer, right, you have to look at their position and what their fundamentals. So as an example, if you're a striker, your fundamentals should be scoring goals. Everything else are nice to have, right? If you don't have your fundamentals, for me, you can never be seen as a top. So as an example, Ederson was phenomenal with his feet, absolutely phenomenal. Maybe the best keeper we've ever seen with his feet. I will never put Ederson at that level as a goalkeeper because as a shot stopper, you just weren't good enough. You weren't there. And the same with defenders. That for me, you can be. Let's say you can be a John Stones, right? You can be a John Stones who, for me, again, bringing the ball out, one of the best there is, but defensively, nowhere near as good as Van Dijk. So again, I'm not going to put him up there. I think you have to look at the position, and there's number one, the most important attributes for that position. And if you can't do them, I don't think you can be seen as a top.
I think we're going from one end of the spectrum to the other.
Yeah, exactly.
Rather than having
we're all agreeing.
That's why
we're not discounting defensive attributes completely, but because the game's changed, you are judged on your ability to play out the back. Because at the end of the day, if the game was just significantly about defending, then James Tarkowski would be talked about in probably the same vein as many of the top centre backs we speak about today. You know what I'm saying? Ben Ben Mee would be up there. Harry Maguire would be up there for some of the best defenders. If it was just about defending only, but
no.
Let me land.
You have to have it there. You have to have it there.
But we're not saying. But we're
not
not saying
that's not what we said. That's not what we
that's
said.
not what we said once. That isn't what we said.
You man are saying primarily your ability to defend, but the game.
I'm saying you can't be there if you don't have those primaries.
No, I hear that, and I think that's self-explanatory. You have to be good at defending to be classed as a top defender. You have to be good at shot stopping to be a top goalkeeper. But at the end of the day, when we're talking about the game changing, being a very, very good defender and then being able to play out from the back, to be able to pass, to be able to break the lines, that is what also puts you in conversations while being able to defend because the game has changed. The game has changed, bro. If it I'm not saying you man are saying, but the game has changed.
That's what I was saying, bro. I'm saying exactly that you have to have one, but then once it's all the secondary ones, they're what make you guaranteed to be there. But you have to have. If you do everything else, but you're shit at defending, I can't put you down.
Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. You're talking about too far over to the left. No shit defender is going to be put in a conversation for the best defender. I mean, I guess ironic talking about Trent and whatever, but I'm saying like in terms of a centre back, we're talking centre backs, right? And you can't be shit at defending and be immaculate.
I'll be real, Mums. I'll be real with you. At my club at the moment, I've been having the debate all summer about fullbacks, right? So I was saying, for me, play Kuzanov at right back. And people kept saying, no, because going forward, he's not good enough. And I was like, I don't give a shit. Defensively, we look weak. I want someone that can defend.
You clamp man out wide, you know. You would destroy man out wide.
It's anywhere. For me, if you are a defender, you're and it's only I like.
No, we're saying that. I think we all agree on that.
Be defended.
I think, we already agree on that, but we're saying that as well. But it's also true. Two things can be true at once, though. It's also true that you need to, but depending on your system, what your manager wants from you, you also now need an ability, or it's more required of you to be sound on the ball rather than
it definitely is 100%.
Because again, that's Konate. If we're talking about just strictly defending, Konate is one of the best.
Bro, this is why it's taken Kuzanov so long to play on the right. Because Pep was like, no, I'd rather have Nunes, who's good going forward. But I'm like, but we're getting fucking counted on and whatever all the time. Give me a defender.
I hear what you're saying, but I'm saying a good example is Konate, because Konate is stronger and faster than 90, probably 5% of defenders that exist on this planet, bro.
But Monks, isn't it about partnerships? That's
literally what I was going to say.
I know, but
that's why partnership is so important.
Konate has a good partnership with Van Dijk. We won the league with it. He does have a good partnership with Van Dijk.
I agree. But when we're talking about partnerships, if we go back to the old partnership of Vidic and Rio Ferdinand, we're saying football's changed. Rio Ferdinand's got to be the greatest example of someone that had it all.
The greatest.
Rio Ferdinand was a world-class defender, but he was also absolutely sublime at bringing the ball out. Right?
Yes, he was.
But the point is,
you're talking about the level of defender, the consistent level of defender.
Yeah.
Like you said, there's not many now, but they are absolutely different things.
My point is if you're just brilliant at bringing the ball out and you're not good defensively,
exactly,
it doesn't really mean anything, right? Because you've got to have.
That's not my argument. That's not my argument.
No, primary attribute needs to be.
I think from the start, I think we're all agreeing. By the way, I think we do. I think
the primary attribute needs to be.
That is just why. That's why having a good partner is so important, because wherever you lack in, your partner will make it up. And it's again, remember, this is why squad planning is so good, because let's be honest, that back line that won the Champions League, yes, it worked very well. But if they for Chelsea against City and stuff, if they never had Kante in front, we would have got smoked. We would have got smoked, plain and simple. So that's why it's a team game.
I'll tell you what. So when, for a couple of seasons, Spurs had the best defense in Europe, right? For 2 seasons in a row. And you know what changed that was we had Vertonghen, who you could see was good, but he didn't have a partner and we were all over the place. When we brought in Toby Alderweireld, right, that partnership just clicked. And I know I say it just clicked. They played together and grown up together at Ajax and stuff like that.
Wait, Sam, wait. Sorry,
hang on.
Sorry, go on. Go on. Finish.
Let him finish. Let the man land.
That duo
it's really hard on panel
underrated,
shows to get a point across.
Sorry, go on.
Cass will like this. This is a good type of.
Oh, I'm enjoying this cupcake while you lot debate.
Go on. Just have a finish.
No, I'm just saying. So the difference it made having those two, whereas Vertonghen was a little bit like Vertonghen wasn't the quickest. Vertonghen was a little bit more of the switched on positional sense.
That was a great intelligence.
Whereas Toby Alderweireld was absolutely superb at bringing it out, 50, 60-yard passes, breaking the lines, and it just worked. And that's why
that partnership was fucking
partnership was absolutely fundamental to that happening. And to Chills' point, in front of them, we then had Dembele and Wanyama. And it worked. So I think it's difficult when we're judging centre halves. It's really difficult if the rest of the unit isn't in place. Like right now, Romero and Van der Ven look really good. You got Paulinho in front of them. That little triangle helps.
It's the same with Kante. And Makalele in front of Terry and Carvalho. Come on, man.
It's not Kante.
That's
even Fabinho.
Yeah, Fabinho.
And the same with Fernandinho. We both know this. If you look at Liverpool had the season when Fabinho was injured. Was he injured? Was he injured?
Yeah.
And he had a season when Fernandinho was injured. Coincidentally, both teams dropped off from winning the league when they didn't have their DM in front of them.
Fernandinho and Fabinho, what they done, that number 6, having that defense that's still in front of your back four is because what they used to do, especially, is they stopped attacks before they would happen.
Yeah, bro. In fact,
before it even gets to the point, before it even gets to the isolation.
That's what Declan Rice is good at, but he's
not
being used like that.
It was even if you go and look at our first title win, it was Nigel de Jong in front of fucking company.
Nigel de Jong
is very
everyone.
If you want a perfect example of back in the day kind of Fernandinho, Fabinho, Gilberto Silva, anyone?
Yeah, cold.
Oh shit, yeah,
cold.
Yeah,
the role of the number 6 is so important. Well,
I think it's the most important on the pitch.
I think it is.
It is. Liverpool weren't even like, bro. Remember, we literally, the most recent example is Gravenberch went to the 6, played well in the 6, and we won the league.
And now he's not being used.
Didn't change.
Without
didn't change.
Mon,
yeah, exactly.
Mon's the best example. Fucking four in a row. Rodri gets injured. Good night.
Guess the shit.
It's a shit, man.
Yeah, bro.
How good you are defending. My one. Michael Carrick retires, and I haven't seen something since 10 years.
No, you bought in Casemiro, and you came second.
They're gonna Schneiderlin. What about Schneiderlin?
The only good DM we've had there was 1 year before his legs fell off was Nemanja Matic, and that's it.
Matic.
No, and Casemiro. No, let's not downplay Casemiro's first season.
No, but you know what it is. But you know what
Casemiro was top 3.
But you know what it was? That Mourinho side, we were scoring, we were defending well, and we're actually playing some decent ball because the midfield was actually balanced. Pogba, Herrera. We go back to the thingy one. When I look at it in hindsight, obviously we were playing a bit more low block with Ten Hag, but we was relying on Rashford to get all of our goals. Casemiro was a beast though that season. That was what
Bruno was saying though. It was Rashford. They were saying Rashford and Casemiro. Remember that's what I was saying about Ten Hag. It was Rashford and
Casemiro. In height, it was. It really was. And you know what? Varane played really well that year. If we don't talk about centre backs, but until his inverted kneecap went.
I do agree. Matic Chelsea was mad underrated as well.
Him and Kante
was great. He was a great player.
The question is, Mons, it's not going to change it from Man United.
When he went to United, I was like, what the fuck?
Do you reckon?
He dropped off.
Do you reckon Slot changes things up this time for Man United, or does you think he just tweaks?
Because ultimately there isn't, like, again, we're talking about that 6th position. It's no coincidence that Gravenberch's been asked to go forward, and then it looks like there's a bagel in the middle of our midfield. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about tweaks. I think it's tweaks rather than complete. Yeah, we play bagel ball. Amorim ball's bagel ball. Slot ball right now is bagel ball. Whether we want to like it or not, that's what it is. But it's just about tweaks.
I hate Pochettino. Just on a random one. Sorry, I just hate Pochettino. Go on, continue.
Don't say in front of Saba.
That guy needs to.
But yeah, like, so I think
couldn't care less.
Obviously, but the main problem is the wings for Liverpool, and that's right back, left wing, right wing, not just right back and left back.
It's made me angry.
And now is it because they're shit players? Absolutely not. Is it because again, Conor Bradley needs to be? He's not good enough to play a role that he's not been asked to play. That he's not used to playing. There are wing backs that are good enough at that. Calafiori, he can be asked to play both. You want him to invert, he'll invert. You want him to hit the touchline, he'll hit the touchline. There's some wing backs are actually good at both. But Bradley is not good enough to play a role that's outside of his. It's outside of his repertoire. If you ask Bradley to invert,
it's like Gusto, innit? Is this like Gusto? You tell Gusto players roll out wide, bro, he's gonna smash it. Asking guy in the middle of the pitch, dark times.
This is what, and that is down to the manager ultimately. And
it's about
everyone is like laughing. I think the Frimpong jokes are too far. Yes, I said he's lucky he's black and funny. Otherwise, I was angry when I said that. Frimpong has started 2 games at right back for Liverpool. 2. Yeah, the right wing thing. I don't hear the right wing thing. But he started 2 games at right back for Liverpool. You know what I'm saying? So I'm yet to see. I need to see more of Frimpong to say he's absolute dog shit if he's this or this or that. I'm not going to say he's absolute dog shit. The idea is to get the wing backs doing what they were doing last season and start from there. Don't need to be get the wingers wide, get the wing backs wide. Just get the wing backs doing what they were doing last year.
In theory as well, when you look at the start of the season,
I feel like
Frimpong
at that
and
point,
Kirk
the rest will kind of fall into place.
That's an evil pairing if they're both kicking, you know.
Kirkes
and Frimpong. That's a nasty duo if they're firing.
If they're asked to do the right things, because remember they're not as multifunctional as Trent and Robert in their prime.
Yeah. But you know what? I can see Robertson starting this game though. Personally,
Robertson can still do a thing, but he fell asleep at the back post for that Cucurella goal. Like Robertson is on a downward slope, and that's fine. He's been playing at the top level for how many years? It's okay. He's human, but if the wing backs aren't doing what they're doing, it's not just about going forward. It's literally everything. If you just throw the ball over Salah, if the keeper's holding the ball and you chuck it over Mo Salah, then Robertson's forward. The wing, like all you have to do is switch it, and you're in behind for Liverpool. That's it, 2 passes.
But that's where I think Man United. That's where I think Man United find our strength. I don't think Stock's going to change anything. I just think he just changes personnel in different positions.
Yeah. But the thing, if the wing backs are where they're supposed to be, that doesn't happen.
Positionally, you mean?
That doesn't happen.
Slot wouldn't change anything. I think he'll find a balance. He's a smart.
You know what he needs to do?
He's a pretty simple coach as well.
You can't have a half press and then have the wing backs exposed. You can't have both. That's suicidal.
But the issue is, because he invades that space in the middle of the park, right? Where Gravenberch ventures up now, which is like the new thing, right? I find with DMs at the moment, is that both your wing back, not one of them inverts. They hold the middle of that field, and that's fucking killing you because there's no one there.
Bro,
the maddest thing is, Gertruda used to do that exact role for final. He used to do it very well, because he was multifunctional.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. When you look at the connect from midfield to attack, or even from defense to attack, because sometimes you do tend to miss out the midfield, Ekitike's done that the best. And the thing is, when Ekitike hasn't played, Liverpool have looked so shit because we've always had someone to connect. Before, it was Mane. Mane would hold off 2 players. Do you know what I'm saying? Similar to kind of what you see Kudus do now. You know when you see Kudus hold that ball up and you see him roll the defender and then just open the space into the midfield. That's Mane's whole flow. That was Mane's whole flow. Someone else who done that really well, Cass, was Luis Diaz.
Oh, amazing.
Luis Diaz done it
and this is your biggest issue and why your fullbacks need a change. And what I'm gonna go check it for yourself. Go look at Van Dijk's passing maps. This season. And you'll find a lot of his passes are like 3 yards to the side. If you go check it from last season, there used to be a lot of switches to Diaz and Nunes and Mo Salah. Now he doesn't average enough per game because there's not enough going down your flanks and everything's quite predictable.
Really going into
Liverpool at the moment Liverpool quite. You got the quality, bro, to get you your goals. You've done that this year, but it's becoming predictable where it's like clamp in the middle and see what you can do, kind of thing.
And this is the point. I was saying, like with Luis Diaz, obviously that this ability of his wasn't really spoken about because the difference between him and Gakpo will stay in the final third. He'll stay in the final third, even though Gakpo is actually more built. His build is actually more like someone who would hold the ball up on the halfway line and beat someone on the half turn and use this. She's 6'3", and he's a wide player. Diaz not 6'3". He's not as strong as Gakpo, and maybe over 100 meters. Probably isn't as quick as Gakpo. Maybe more explosive. But Diaz holds your players off, cuts into the middle of the field.
Because Gakpo's played through the middle as well.
You've got your arrows, you got your red arrows. So Ekitike is now the guy that does that for Liverpool, which is why I say him playing on the left is not as bad as everyone makes it out to be. Because
you've got to change your tactics, though, isn't it?
Yeah, his job, Ekitike's job, unfortunately, is to he connects the midfield to the attack. You can flow.
I wouldn't even say unfortunately. I think that's the game he likes to play. So I think for him,
he likes
it'll be more.
He's been bought as a striker, ideally.
I'll change it up personally. I'd drop Salah. For me, this game, I'd drop Salah wholeheartedly as well. I think it's time to transition away from relying on Salah to get your goals. I think I'd rather start.
You don't even use Salah.
How about this? Both wingers.
I would legit change to 2 up front. I think you've got such a good 4-4-2 type team because of the type of strikers you've got. I would start Rio on the right. I know it's different to the left, but I would all Frimpong on the right, and I would actually have Verts on the left.
You can't drop most.
I hear Frimpong on the right.
You hear me right? You said fullbacks being the way they are, yeah, cool, right? So we're talking about having Conor Bradley on the right, or even Szoboszlai. Up to you, but I think Szoboszlai is more suited to this in my mind. And if you have Szoboszlai just doing what Szoboszlai does best, you can still act as a midfielder if you wish, right? Because you've already got a natural wing on the right hand side. You got Ekitike. I think he's more of the one, and he's the one that links up with Verts. You talk about your wing backs becoming wing backs.
Everything, but you can't rely on one player to everything. You can't. It's suicidal.
Verts off the left doing that while you got Mac and Thingy in the middle.
I would have said Verts off the left.
You got Kirkes. All he has to do is the line. This is why I think I think you need to find new balance. Obviously,
there's just a difference.
I don't think Salah. Yeah, I know. But the thing is, with Salah, I look at this thinking you shouldn't be anywhere near the flanks. I said it to you ages ago, innit? He needs to be up front with
but he can be by the flanks if there's an overlap. If there's an underlap, he can't be anywhere near the touchline. He can't be anywhere near.
They're not overlapping at all, but they're not overlapping at all.
But he did. Go look at
zero
Chelsea.
Overlap.
Go look at Chelsea game, yeah, and he tried to do that Cucurella, right? I saw Cucurella on 2v1. The issue is that their midfield, what Chelsea done very well is their midfield would bypass any of their press, and by the time my man's gone past Salah, and Salah's trying to press the centre back, and there's video evidence for this online as well, yeah. There's too much space in behind. Way too much space. Because the luxury. Because Salah doesn't track back and he doesn't need to. That's the luxury. And today,
I hate players that don't track back.
Salah's never. But this is not. This Salah thing didn't appear. It didn't appear yesterday. It didn't appear this season. It's been like that. The difference is that you have Diaz. You need out of the front three. Gakpo is not amazing at pressing. Isak is not amazing at pressing. We know Salah's not going to press at the.
Isak can be, to be fair.
I'm not saying Isak. No. I'm not saying they can't press.
But you have
to have a balance of guys who can press and guys who don't need to press. When Gakpo, Isak, and Salah play, it doesn't work off the ball simply because the press is a half press that gets beaten very easily. At least when you've got Ekitike, who's more aggressive, he's more aggressive with it than the rest of them are. And I say, Luis Diaz is more aggressive. You know what I'm saying? It's easier. You can then allow Salah to do what he does. We're not even using Salah. Like what Ozzy said, we're not even using Salah.
You're not using either winger. You're not using either winger. None of your wings are being used. Your midfielder, you guys are playing through the middle of the park. You guys are literally trying to play. Every attack is almost through the middle of the park. It has to be through the middle of the park. And the problem is your transition in the middle of the park is so slow that you have to have Gravenberch do all the work. And by the time the ball goes forward, it's all slow. You've got Salah and your wingers in line now and the back line straight. Liverpool don't score goals when the back line is straight. Liverpool use their speed off the wing so the back line can get drawn left or right. Mm-hmm. And when you're going left or you're going right, where's the overload? You have no one overlapping, and you don't have a midfielder who's presenting to Salah. So what you got? You got Salah sitting there. We have Gakpo sitting there, and a midfielder that gets there finally. Finally, he gets there. That's we're not playing through Salah the same way. We defer to the left side of the pitch. Look at the touch map. Look at the touches. We defer to the left side. That's factual information. We defer to the left side of the pitch. Factual information. And even when you go to the left, what's happening though? You go to the left. Where's the offering from the midfielder?
But even when Kirkes actually has overlapped more than Bradley and Frimpong when they played, but it's not being used. I told you, look, Gakpo won't go down the outside unless, even if his house was on fire, he wouldn't go around the outside. He just like but you know, I'm just saying, like,
don't get around Balotelli,
yeah.
know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
The way Liverpool are playing right now, it's not for the wingers. You aren't playing for wings. You aren't. You guys are trying to attack centrally. You guys want to play it through the middle of the park and somehow get yourself goals. And you guys have been doing it, but you're not utilizing any of your players. You're not utilizing any player.
Yeah, they need to balance a bit with.
We had adequate backup.
I think Kaz is laughing right now. I think Kaz is happy right now to play Liverpool.
Got to find a new way of playing and scoring goals, like as teams do over the years when they lose their players, isn't it? I think Ekatike and Isak could be a real thing. Anyway,
I think a 4-4-2 could work.
I think a 4-4-2 would be, especially for a slot system. For a slot system, 100,000,000% from what I've seen. Anyway,
goes to up front.
Yeah. By the way, people, if you put exclamation mark anyone's name on here, their channel should pop up. AK, if you do, if someone right now does exclamation mark Saba, channel will pop up, or Aussie, it will pop up. Who's live? Can we redirect to anyone? I've seen that. Oh, let me check. Who's live? I don't know if they're live yet.
Let's redirect to someone random as fuck.
Lewis is
well, I meant actually that fucking would be like, who the fuck are they? But yeah, Lewis is
with Wolfie. All right, let's do that. Has anyone got anything coming up at all? Want to shout out?
So I've got a preview tomorrow, same time, midday.
Yes, nice. Anyone else?
I might start doing content again soon.
7:30, Mandem stream.
Yeah.
What's gonna be on
there we are. At least we've got a couple more days left, and then we can finally watch Chelsea hopefully smash up Forest.
Yeah, bro.
See if Wolfie.